So I travel, I'm alone a lot. I go to different cities and I just kill time. I just walk. And so I'm walking down the street. I was just in Atlanta last week, walking down the street, lonely. And all of a sudden I look up in a store window and there's a woman and she looks into my eyes and she just starts waving. And I'm looking at her like, and I start waving back. And I'm walking towards her and she's waving and I'm waving and I get closer and I see that she has a rag in her hand and she's cleaning the window. And I was so depressed, I just went and I bought some ice cream and I wiped it all over that window.
I got married 2 years ago. But we didn't go on our honeymoon until last year. Yeah, we went to Italy. Yeah. Boy, they are Italian over there. You think you're prepared for it, because like it's Italy, and then you're sitting at a cafe in Rome, and the server comes over and he's like, okay, so first of all, we know do spaghetti. And you're sitting there like, oh my God. The racist didn't go far enough this time. We were in Naples. We went to Naples, and in Naples, I saw 3 people riding one Vespa. 2 of them were smoking unfiltered cigarettes, and the third was holding an open bottle of red wine. It was a toddler. It was a toddler holding the wine. In Naples, they use toddlers as cup holders for wine. We went to the Vatican on our trip, which, as a Jew, does feel like a secret mission. I felt like if I made it all the way through without getting detected, I should get to kiss the Pope. And I just like, mwah, you didn't find me. He'd probably be cool with it, right? This Pope, isn't it still like the cool Pope right now? Isn't it still? Yeah, the Pope was just like that's his energy. He's like, hey, call me Rick, how are ya? Yeah, like, you know, he doesn't do the big hat, he does a little Catholic yarmulke, that's his energy, right? Kirkland signature robes, that's the Pope. You know who I feel bad for is the next Pope. Because he didn't sign up for all this humble stuff. Right? If he ever wants to go back to full Pope hat strength, he's gonna have to do it gradually, or people are gonna talk. He's gonna have to, every week, wear a slightly bigger hat. He's gonna be in meetings at the Vatican like, okay, so first order of business is, and one of the cardinals is gonna be like, Your Holiness, is that a bigger hat? No. It's a different hat. It was scary, Italy. A little bit. Because as you're going around the country, you're learning a little bit about its history. And I was reminded that not too long ago, Italy used to be a fascist country. In the 1930s and the 1940s, under Benito Mussolini, they were fascist. And that was crazy to me, because this is also the country that invented the ravioli. And it's just hard to hold those 2 ideas in your head at the same time. Although, I guess if you lived in a country where one person invented something as impactful as the ravioli, you might be more willing to believe that a man could be God. And then I thought about it some more, and I realized something startling. Many of the countries that have given us the finest dumplings on the planet have, at one time or another, succumbed to fascism. Think about it. Russia, dumplings, fascism. Poland, dumplings, fascism. China, in my opinion, the finest dumplings on the planet, but also, occasionally, unfortunately, fascism. So I guess the question that we need to ask ourselves as Americans is, do Hot Pockets count? Because otherwise,
So I'm in therapy. Anybody here in therapy? Oh, wow, that's a nice response. Usually it's just one person that's like, help. I'm like, oh. Let's talk to you. Yeah, I think therapy is amazing, but I guess not everybody always needs therapy. Some people do need therapy. And you can usually tell who those people are because they say things like, I don't need any therapy. I prefer to be a burden to my loved ones. You're like, sir, this is an Arby's? Why are you shouting? You're alarming the children. I had to work on my self-worth in therapy because I kept attracting some of the wrong people. One of my friends told me this quote. She said, once you know your worth, you'll stop giving people discounts. And I was like, well, slap my and call me Groupon, baby.
Everything's expensive in New York. I went to buy new glasses, eyeglasses, went to the boutique place. I go, how much are these glasses? The guy said they're $1,000. I was like, oh, that's kind of expensive. He's like, well, think of it this way. You'll have them for 3 years. It's like $1 a day. Well, when you put it that way, it sounds more expensive. If I asked you how much these glasses were, and you said you have to give me $1 a day every day for 3 years, I'd be like, wow, that is a pricey pair of glasses. I'm doing the math in my head. I'd say that's roughly $1,000. Why don't I take $1,000, buy 2 pairs of $200 glasses, and also a round-trip ticket to Barcelona? No, I'm glad we're traveling again. A few years ago, I went to Bangkok. Almost didn't go. Saw a video on YouTube called The Scams of Bangkok. This dude was a little paranoid. He's like, if you go to a museum and you see someone smiling, total scam. If you go to a restaurant, they have noodles on the menu, your identity's just been stolen. If you show up at your hotel, there's a front desk, call Interpol. Classic flim-flam. Can't believe I've barely done any crowd work. What do you think? How's it going? What's your name? What do you do, Chris? Holy shit. I don't think I want to do crowd work tonight. Design engineer? What does that mean?
I design recessed lights, track lights.
Okay, all right. I'm in the business, I get this. I was just looking at how great these recessed lights are tonight. It was good talking to you, Chris. We just took a recess from being funny for a while. Yeah. Holy. I pulled that one out, huh?
Someone else told me I should date older, You ever get that advice? They're like, you got to go older. All right, older guys are more mature, more likely to want to settle down. And yeah, they're not more mature. That's a lie. They're just tired, you know? That's it. Yeah, they're just at the perfect age where they just want to sit down, you know? Like, you just get a lazy boy in your apartment, you could trap one pretty easily. You just need one of those in Paramount Plus, I think. I heard they like Yellowstone. They love Kevin Costner. That's their guy. That's their favorite. I will say this, though. I don't mind dating older, because I do think there are perks, okay? Like, you don't have to worry about them cheating on you, right? Because you could just read their phone from across the room. So, good luck. You know, you could try, but I'll read that before you hit send. So... And I like, personally, that they're more old school, okay? Because, like, I don't know if you know this. I'm a monogamous person, and turns out that's not cool anymore. Yeah, have you heard this term, ethically non-monogamous? You guys familiar with that? Clap if you heard that. A few people. Are those the single people in the room? Probably. Yeah, if you haven't heard this term, it's not really anything new. It's just a rebrand of being polyamorous, or European, I think. Something like that. That's the scale of it. And I have a lot of friends, they've been in closed relationships for years, okay? And now they're opening it up to other people, which, hey, if that's what you want to do it, okay? If that's what makes you happy, I'm happy for you, truly. But I am tired of hearing about it. Because I don't think my friends realize they're just bragging to me. Because this is the pitch they give me every time. They're always like, Erica, monogamy just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, okay? First of all, it's not natural, all right? Haven't you ever just been in love with two people at the same time? Yeah, and neither of them liked me. So, thank you for the reminder, yeah. There's two parts to the equation. I'm glad you guys don't think I'm judging them, by the way, because I don't. There's been times I've thought about it. I'm like, maybe they know something I don't, you know? Maybe the key to having an amazing partner is you just get 3 of them instead. You know, you got to diversify the portfolio, or whatever they say, you know? But mainly, I honestly think it might just be a millennial thing, where we're all looking around like, all right, well, between the 4 of us, we could afford a house. If we all chip in, I think we could do it, you know? And one guy keeps being like, I mean, hear me out. If we added in another woman, we could probably get granite countertops. I'd be like, screw it, I'm in. Add her in. I'll figure that out for granite. I will. Could add one more to the team. That being said, though, I think I'm one of the few millennials that isn't, like, worried about buying property, you know? All my friends talk about that all the time. They're like, am I ever gonna afford a house? And here's the thing, I have been promoted at every job I've ever had. So I was like, I'm gonna get a house. But I've never been promoted to girlfriend. So I'm like, I'll own that house, but I don't know how you get someone to live in it with you forever. That seems impossible to me, you know? And think about it, there's like a clear step process to buying a house, right? We've mapped it out for you. There's no clear step process to like finding your person, you know? You want a house, first of all, start saving some money, okay? You save up your money, you go to the bank, you get approved for a mortgage, and that gives you your price range. So then you go shopping in your price range, and when you finally find a house and you win the bid, you ask your parents for the rest of the down payment. It's not hard. You guys should stop complaining. It's not that difficult.
You know, I'm a big Dr. Phil guy. Dr. Phil, just such a, you know, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but the way he'll just chop you down and then throw to commercial. Brilliant comedic timing. Just, you know, hey, you are, hey, shut your mouth, you little We'll be right back. And just every time, hilarious. I don't know what the episode was about, where that context was headed, but hey, Nathan, look at me right now. Look at me. I don't like your attitude. I don't like your energy, okay? You're 16. I don't know how you got out of bed. Okay, you're dressed like a goddamn WNBA ref, okay? You're on my stage right now. I don't like the way that your eyes are looking at my... I want to hit you, dog, but I'm not gonna, because you got secrets, okay, Nathan? And we got to get to rock top to figure out why you're at rock bottom, because your heart's being driven into the ground. It's a depressive submarine, and you need help, okay? Give me one reason, Nathan, why you're not a loser, and I'll give you 10 reasons why everyone in your family wishes you were dead. We'll be right back. We'll see if we get Nathan You step back from that ledge, my friend, third eye blind style.
There's a lot of rules now, right? You can't do a lot of stuff. But the one thing I won't do is I won't guess gender. I just don't do it. I go, hey, right, when I was younger, I used to go, hey, you, and my mom would go, that is rude. Turns out it's the most woke thing you could ever say. Who knew construction workers have been ahead of the game this entire time? I won't do it. I was in San Francisco getting a coffee one time, and I walked in, and the person working had a name tag on, and it said Eric, and Eric had a beard. I don't pretend to know where Eric's life started, but that dude, I was pretty sure, or that day, I'm pretty sure he was a dude, right? And so I said, hey, Eric, can I get a coffee? And he goes, no problem. And I said, all right, just 1 pump of vanilla, please. And he goes, yep. And then he turned around and put 4 pumps of vanilla in it. And I go, that's going to be too much vanilla. I'm going to be eating Little Debbie zebra rolls with that coffee, and that's too sweet. So I was going to say, excuse me, sir, but instead of saying sir, I freaked out and held the S, trying to think of something else that started with S till I ran out of breath. I was like, excuse me, I'm a snake. And then I left without my coffee. I'm gonna retell that story in 3 chunks. Paid for coffee, told another person I was a snake, then I left without my coffee. And my friend waiting outside was like, where's your coffee? And I was like, snakes don't have hands, idiot! I was so embarrassed I held on to the lie for 2 more blocks.
I flew in this afternoon, stole a muffin at the airport. Hey, kleptomaniac right off the top. I love that. Is there anything better than stealing at the airport? To commit petty crime and then just escape into the sky. Incredible. I stole a muffin in Kentucky, immediately took to the air, consumed the crime. Perfect. You're not going to believe this. On the plane, there was a second criminal. His crime was he tried to vape in the bathroom, set off every alarm on the plane. Everyone thought, oh no, we're going to die. We all thought the plane was going down. And then this guy came out of the bathroom in this like cloud. And he's like, oh, and then he like took a seat and just was like looking around like, oh, what did somebody else do? There's like a grape smoke leading to his face. And then the flight attendant was like, sir, you know, you don't just get to like live your life now. Which I thought that was awesome. Southwest, man, they got bits, but they got burns too. They'll 2 sides of that coin. They'll hurt you if they feel they must. And then that guy just had an awful flight. He was rerouted to jail in front of 200 new enemies because we hated him. He he made us think we were gonna die. I thought my family was gonna die. I thought my wife and my daughter were gonna die. And my wife didn't even try to say goodbye. She was like hugging our daughter, and then I like tried to get in on that, and she didn't really make space. I hate that guy, man. He like revealed flaws in my marriage with his vape smoke. Like a movie heist where they like show the lasers when you smoke the thing. Like the vape cloud came out and I saw my wife for what she really is. Oh, that woman, she's selfish. How did I not see this before? I know now. Yeah. And so does 800-pound gorilla and their YouTube channel.
Yeah. Remember when you had to like go online? Now we just are online. Like it used to be a thing you had to do. You went online. Now you just pull out your phone. You're on the internet. When I was in middle school, if you wanted to get online, you had to go on your family computer and hope no one was on the house phone. That was the only way to do it, which I always thought was funny, by the way, that like these people created an internet. Do you know how hard it is? And then they just got stumped by the house phone. Couldn't figure it out. They're saying, you're going to have to do it separately. We're exhausted. But you had to do that. You couldn't be on the phone and online at the same time. I remember being 12 years old, like, get off the phone. I need to change my AIM profile. I just broke up with my girlfriend of 2 days. Who knows the lyrics to Good Riddance by Green Day? It's crazy. There's obstacles now. You can't, like, I feel like people don't appreciate the luxury of free Wi-Fi. In this day, like, you can go on the internet on your phone for free. That's crazy to me. Like, if kids don't appreciate, like, how scary it was to be on your parents' phone plan in, like, 2008 and have a flip phone and accidentally go on the internet. Remember the internet button on a flip phone? Terrifying. I pressed that thing once and never again. After my dad got the phone bill, it was like, who went on the internet for 3.5 seconds? Now I have to sell the car. It's $80,000 a minute. I hope you're happy. Everything's so easy now, like getting online, music, like Apple Music, Spotify, so easy. Like when I was in middle school, if you wanted music, you had to download it illegally onto your family computer from LimeWire. Yeah. And every time you download something from LimeWire, it gave your computer a little bit of herpes. Until one day the computer just stopped working, and you had to act like you didn't know why. Like, why is the computer so slow? I don't know. What's a computer? I don't even. I'd be like 12 years old, just like, Dell sucks. I don't know.
This is really why I'm here. Of late, I've had the distinct feeling, and I know this is odd, that I am being stalked by a dance troupe. It is a Chinese dance troupe called Shen Yun. And for the life of me, I cannot get away from their advertisements. Everywhere I turn, taxis, buses, the subway, I think they're putting them up as I walk down the street. Must see. Must see. Shen Yun, what is your advertising budget? Limitless? I got a mailer at my home. I'm like, Shen Yun, how did you get my home address? Must see. If you see only one Chinese dance troupe this year, it'll probably be one more than you've seen in your entire life. But make it Shen Yun. Shen Yun, relax. If you're that good, I'll hear about it from a human being at some point. That's how word of mouth works. Comes across a little desperate. Shen Yun, must see. I'm starting to think that's literal. It's like a ransom situation. Like I have to see, must see. We've got a member of your family if you ever want to see them again. I'm like, all right, Shen Yun, I'm willing to negotiate at this point. What will it? I'm willing to do anything except see your show to make this stop.
I now feel if you want to feel generally positive about the current state of the United States of America on a global cultural scale, what you need to do is you need to watch 90 Day Fiancé on TLC, because you watch that shit and you realize America must be doing something right, dude. Because people all around this world are lining up, doing whatever it takes, throwing it all away just for the chance to make it somewhere in the Midwest. They don't give a where they end up, dude. They'll do anything, up to and including marrying the biggest jabroni in the state of Ohio, gladly. They'll interview this guy on there. He's like, yeah, my name's Jason. I'm a 35-year-old dodgeball coach. And ever since my mom kicked me out, I've been looking for Miss Right, you know, like the type of woman that knows how to load the dishwasher and keep her mouth shut during Buckeyes games, that type of thing, right? And you're listening like, I don't like your chances, Jason. You don't seem like much of a catch to me. Then they cut to some beautiful girl in Estonia or somewhere like that, just like, Jason is man of my dreams. I often fantasize about being with him and eating hamburger helper off of paper plate. In the Shangri-La known as Dayton, Ohio. dying to get over here. Then they get over here and their eyes are filled with wonder. You know, like Jason takes that same girl to like an Olive Garden in a Dayton strip mall or something. And she's just sitting there like, oh, this spaghetti for one person? It's like, yeah, that's how we do. Land of plenty, baby, USA. I don't know. Makes me feel better. Makes me feel worse at the same time, but it also makes me feel better.
Apologize. So I've been going down to Ocean City, New Jersey a lot, and they had this issue where this is a real thing. Seagulls were dive bombing people on the boardwalk, and they were knocking food out of their hands and knocking hats off ladies' heads. So the local government in Ocean City, New Jersey, their solution to this, after much deliberation, was to hire a birds of prey company to release hawks into the air to go to war with the seabirds? What the f***? That was your solution? And one of my favorite things to witness in life is this thing that I call the I f***ed up at work walk, where you messed up at your job and you have to tell your boss, and you're not going to get fired, but he's going to be a real piece of about it. So you're kind of just trudging, you know, you're bummed out. And I saw a guy doing that on the boardwalk, and I will paint a colorful description as to what this man looked like. In his one hand, he had a little hood. How little? You might be wondering. A hood so little it would fit perfectly on a hawk's head. And on his other hand, he had a big, scary, thick leather glove going up to his shoulder. And this next part, I feel like I actually don't have to say because you're probably already picturing it in your head, but just in case I'm missing some people, long gray ponytail down his back. You saw it? We saw it. We all saw it. And this guy's trudging. And he goes up to his boss, who looked exactly like him, except his long gray ponytail was like 6 inches longer, you know, to show rank. Excuse me. And our first guy, he goes up to his boss and goes, I messed up! And his boss goes, what happened? And he goes, I lost a bird! And his boss goes, how do you lose a bird? And I go, may I interject? It's a bird. I would imagine, is it the wings? Did it use its wings? Its God-given wings? Oh, okay, it flew away, you idiot. That's how. I'm not a business expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I would imagine part of the risk assessment when you open up a hawk company some of them are gonna fly away. They're gonna fly away. Hey, you lose a bird. Oh my God, it hit me over the head with a fish, stole my iPhone, hailed an Uber, and drove away. Immediately after our wedding, my wife and I, we went to our honeymoon. So we did it the day after. We didn't want any time to elapse. We wanted to ride it out. And we saved up some money and we went to Portugal. And we were flying out of Newark International Airport, and we're in the line to board the plane. And then all of a sudden, so there's people from all over the world there. It was a very busy terminal. And then a voice comes over the loudspeaker, and I just hear, boop. Yeah, we are very, very sorry. This is a very dirty airplane. This fly from Newark to Lisbon, it is a very, very dirty airplane. So we have dirt in the aisles, and we have oil in the carpets. So we have had to recall the cleaning crew for a second time to clean this dirty airplane. It is not fit for the skies. So if we have recalled the cleaning crew for a second time, we apologize for the inconvenience. It will be delayed for 20 minutes. Boop. And I look at my wife, I'm like, I fly a lot for work. I've never had a plane not take off because it was too dirty. But okay, we were still riding off the high of our wedding. We were so excited, wasn't gonna bum us out or anything. Then 20 minutes later, we hear, boop.
Yeah, this is a very, very, very dirty airplane. There is gum in the armrests. So we have had to recall the cleaning crew for a third time. We apologize for inconvenience. This flight has been delayed another 20 minutes. We apologize for inconvenience. Boop.
And I'm like, how dirty is this plane? What happened in there? What is going on? And then for the first time, I saw my wife's spirits start to dip, which really broke my heart because it was really important for me for her to have an amazing honeymoon. So to cheer her up, I started making fake announcements in the line in that guy's voice as to why the plane was too dirty to take off.
Yeah, this is a dirty, naughty, filthy, dirty little airplane. This is a nasty bird. There are rats. This plane has been overcome by rats. They are massive rats, nutria rats. So we have had to arm the cleaning crew with rifles to take out, to shoot these rats on sight, execute the rats. So we apologize for inconvenience. We must grab the rifles, arm the cleaning crew. They have been recalled and commissioned into service for a 5th time. We apologize for inconvenience. This flight has been delayed 20 minutes. Boop. Boop. Oh, f*** me. Okay. Do not shoot the messenger, and I am saying that to the cleaning crew because they are armed right now. These rats have built a in the doorway to... I apologize. What is American word for sticks in big wall? I'm sorry, a dam, not a I apologize. Okay. They've built a dam, and we have actually executed the rats, but we have also identified the rats' food source. The previous flight was filled with people with the celiac disease. And as a courtesy to the celiacs, we passed out the Nutrigrain gluten-free Nutrigrain bars. Now, you know how crummy the normal Nutrigrain bars are? Well, you use the almond flour in those suckers, and they are ass crumbs. They are filled with crumbs. So, we have had to recall the cleaning crew for a 6th time. We apologize for inconvenience. This flight has been delayed another 20 minutes. Boop. Okay. Okay. So crazy development. The plane is clean. That is the good news. The bad news: we have a pedophile ghost in the bathroom. Now, you might be wondering, how does pedophile ghosts get locked in the bathroom? That is a great question. We have great answers. So, there was a flight in 2017 going from Newark International Airport to the Austin International Airport, Bergstrom. And the flight had to make an emergency air landing, excuse me, it's English as a second language. And... It made an emergency landing in the Orlando, Florida airport, and upon finding out that they were landing at Disney World, the perverts had a heart attack and died in the bathroom. So we have had to call in a shaman, a shop person, and be very... We are very progressive on these airplanes. It is a shop person. We have called them in from the Shreveport, Louisiana, and unfortunately we do have no direct flight, so this shop person will not get here until tomorrow, and by then the plane will be damned, so we must bury the plane underneath 500 feet of sand. We apologize for the inconvenience, this flight has been canceled.
My mom was a pediatric nurse, and so if she didn't have anybody to like watch me on the weekend, she would just like bring me to work with her. It was a pediatric floor. There was a lot of kids there that I would make friends with, and then they would eventually die over and over and over and over and over again. That was my life. And all the other nurses were like psyched that Barbara's kid is here, so they'd always give me jobs to do. My main job was delivering blood to the lab, which breaks my mind now. Like now, in order to touch blood in a hospital, you have to be in like a spacesuit, They just I was just 6 years old, and they just handed me a hot bag of blood. And I was like, I'm on an adventure. I get to take the elevator. That was very exciting. And then I would just walk around the basement looking for the lab and get lost eventually, and then just knock on a door and hand someone the blood, and they'd be like, what is this? Who are you? I'm like, sorry, can't talk to strangers, and run away. A lot of misdiagnoses at that hospital.
Could be any witness that you want to be. I started doing comedy in Ohio when I first started. My friends and I, you're always a broke person as a comedian, looking for ways to make money. Well, my one friend told me about this thing where you can sue somebody on court television, and the court show actually pays whoever wins, and it doesn't go on anybody's record. So we started just making up cases to sue each other. And then just split the money and make sure the plaintiff wins. I was a witness on Judge Alex. My team won, and I'm glad we won because I needed the money at the time.
Man, I'm just glad we got this money. I needed the money so bad. I'm broke. I have 3 frozen hamburgers at home. I can't afford to buy toothpaste.
You could be any plaintiff that you want to be. I was on Judge Joe Brown as a plaintiff. You can be any defendant that you want to be. I was on Judge Alex again as a defendant. I went a few years later. I used my middle name to slip past the producers. And this one I played a promoter. I was supposed to promote my friend's Battle of the Beards contest, and I kind of just blew him off and didn't do anything. And when I got to court, I really didn't have much of a defense at all either. And Judge Alex was not impressed with me.
To me, I just think communication was failed. Communication was failed? I agree. What does that even mean? I don't know. I just think it was just a misunderstanding, and I don't understand why it's got to be like this. How much weed do you smoke?
You could be any journalist that you want to be. This is a company called Monet. They're a multi-level marketing company, aka a pyramid scheme, where the only people who make money that work for them are the people at the top of the pyramid, all the executives. Everyone else just ends up wasting a bunch of time or losing money, actually. In addition to being one of these companies, they're also been known for making people lose their hair. Yeah, they have skin products that were making people lose their hair. So I emailed them and pretended to be a reporter from a newspaper I made up called the Coloradoan Times. Signed, my name is Jackie Jones. I emailed them a meme I made of their CEO. I photoshopped him bald and said, if you like the Vin Diesel look, you should try our hair products because they'll make you bald. They wrote back and said, it's absolutely, unequivocally not from their CEO. So I said, okay, we'll make note that he didn't say anything about Vin Diesel. However, we do have something Vin Diesel said about him. I said, we can share that with you too before we run our story. They're like, yes, we absolutely want to see that story and quote before you run it. So I was like, okay, yes, this is directly from Vin's reps. I've relied on Monat to keep me bald for years. So after this email, the next email I got was from their lawyers. And they sent me a multi-page demand letter. It mentioned Vin Diesel like 6 times. And they said that you can tell it's not their CEO by a simple Google search. They said if Jackie or the Colorado Times publishes this, they'll take swift legal action. And then they gave me a deadline to confirm that I won't publish this. And then they said if you have any questions or want to address this issue further, please contact us or have your attorney do so. So I had my attorney do so. I wrote them and said, on January 28th, 2021, you threatened to take swift legal action. I'm reaching out to inform you that if you take any legal action against Jackie or the Colorado Times, even just a tiny hair of legal action, I'll respond by photoshopping every Monad executive bald. These photos will be posted on the internet and made easily accessible by a simple Google search. In addition, I'll get in touch with every bald celebrity to ask them if they'd be interested in promoting Monad, and that list includes, but is not limited to, Pitbull, Charles Barkley, Samuel L. Jackson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Larry David, Seal, Terry Crews, and the Dalai Lama. You have until Friday, January 29th, 2021 at 8:59 a.m. Mountain Standard Time to read this email. That time has already passed. If you have any questions or wish to address this issue further, please do not hesitate to contact a Jones. Sincerely, Jackie Jones. Jones, Jones & Jones, LLC, attorneys at law. You mess with Jones, you get the Jones. So I shared this online, and someone saw it, I guess, and then they sent me a link to a Zoom party that all of the executives, all the people at the top of the pyramid at Monad were having together. So I joined as Trae Angle, and it got a little awkward in there.
And I see one face I don't recognize. Who is Mr. Angle?
Hey, I'm Trae.
And they removed Trae from the meeting. So I tried rejoining. I changed my name really quick and tried to rejoin, and they let me back in. So I was able to say,
You mess with the Jones, you get the Jones.
You could be anything.
Here's a sport I can't watch. Baseball makes me want to die. Nothing happens, and it happens slowly. And the players don't care. They finally put a clock on it, but they need more clocks on it. It's the only sport where the players don't charge onto the fields. They just take their time. Everything is taking their time. They just kind of meander out. Shoelaces untied. They got a big gulp, smoking a cigarette. And you're like, all right, I guess we're going to start. And they're like, nah, we're going to play catch for about 5 minutes while you guys wait. We're going to throw some grounders, play a little catch. Matter of fact, we're going to do it every time we switch sides. Catch starts again. So you watch that, and then you're like, all right, I guess now we're finally going to start. No. Now we're going to watch a guy in a magic white circle practice swinging a bat. He's been swinging it since he was this big, but he's like, how's this go again? Like, huh? Like that? True? And then finally he steps up to the plate and you're like, all right, now we're gonna go. And after 10 seconds, he's like, time out. I just need a couple more. I haven't quite, this. And then he finally digs in and now we're gonna go. No, we're not. Now the pitcher and the catcher, they got a little game they like to play. Where the pitcher looks at the catcher and he goes, guess which pitch I'm gonna throw? No, that's not it. Guess again. No, warmer. No, f all these people. Who gives a shit? Keep guessing. Finally, he gets it right. The guy throws the pitch. Batter doesn't swing. Whole thing starts all over again. Bullshit. Get rid of the catcher, get a bucket of balls, and just start whipping balls at the guy. Not next to him. What is that? Throw it at him. If you can hit him, he's out. That's the rule. Now he's going to swing at every pitch just to defend himself. And no more resting on each base. Oh, I'm safe on the bag. No, what are you, 7? Keep running. You keep running until you're tackled by a guy from the other team who's carrying the ball. And a bat. Every player should keep a bat in their hand throughout the game. I want to see 18 guys jacked up on steroids, frothing at the mouth, swinging bats at each other. That I would watch every night.
I'm falling apart, and I know what it's from. It's from Little Debbie Zebra Rolls. I've ruined my body by eating a mass-produced snack cake. That's the decision I've made. But they're amazing. They're so good, and some of you might be thinking, oh, I love Little Debbie Zebra cakes. Not what I said. You can shove the cakes up your ass. Figuratively, of course, because they're hexagons. Can't shove a hexagon up your ass, and if you can, you're doing Kegels wrong. In my opinion, Little Debbie Zebra cakes, it's not enough cake and it's way too much frosting. And the frosting is plasticky, so it gums up on the roof of your mouth, and you have to try to scrape it off with the back of your tongue. That makes you look like an idiot, because that's how they made animals talk in the movies. Where's your mom? We'll find her. But what Little Debbie has done is she's taken this cake, which is a great idea in theory, and she's turned it into a roll. She's streamlined it to the perfect ratio of both cake and frosting. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if Little Debbie's a real person or not, but if she is, she's a It's a tough word to say when you're at half capacity already. Right? Because I know I'm going to lose people when I say that word. And by people, I mean white ladies, and that's fine. And also men sitting next to white ladies that now have a don't you dare laugh pinch mark on their inner thigh, right? It's like, I'm sorry. I know you told me before we left. Have you ever had Little Debbie Zebra Rolls? You haven't? Well, welcome to tomorrow. You're diabetic? Yeah, me too. My foot hurts. I would rather hop on one foot for the rest of my life than give up Little Debbie Zebra Rolls. They're even perfect for the pandemic because you don't have to really grab them that much. You have to get it to your mouth, and as soon as you do, you can just flat palm that and shove it in like a wood chipper. You don't even have to chew it if you don't want. It's the same shape as your throat. You can just shove it in, and if one gets stuck, unwrap another one, knock it loose. It's like you're putting batteries in a flashlight. It's incredible.
But I don't judge my life based on material possessions, mainly because I don't really have access to them. I judge my life based on achievements and milestones. Like, I don't mean to brag, but a little while ago, I hit the big time. I married an American, which is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, according to Americans. They are so excited for me. Like, wow, you married an American. Your parents must be so proud. I'm like, they're a little concerned. They're worried about me. No, you could be an American now. Don't you want to be an American? Pew, pew, pew. I'm like, calm down. Okay, I don't have the confidence to be an American. I'm not qualified. Americans are confident people. Like, I was in America and I wanted to go to some fine dining restaurant, so I turned up at Pizza Hut. And a guy was coming outside and he held the door open for me. He said, "After you, big dog." I'm 5'7". I've never been called big dog in my life. I'm like, me? He's like, yeah, come on through, big dog. I'm like, stop it. No, it's not me. I'm a little dog. Stop it. Get out of here. I'm not even a big, I don't even have a tail. Stop it. He's like, come on through. And he gave me a fist bump. And that confidence was contagious. All of a sudden, I felt that American confidence. And I felt 6 foot tall. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I am a big dog. I felt so confident. I walked into that Pizza Hut. I bought a family meal. That's how excited I was. My father-in-law was so pumped for me when I married his daughter. As a wedding gift, he bought me a Costco membership. That's a dowry in the state of Kentucky. It's like, that's a Costco membership. You can go to any Costco around the world. I'm like, why would I go to Costco when I'm overseas? You can get the best bagels in Costco. You got to buy 3,000, but they're the best bagels. You can get the best red wine from Italy in Costco. It's from a region in Italy called Kirkland, Italy. Best Italian wines. You can get a coffin in Costco. When I die, I want you to put me in that coffin, leave me in Costco, because that's my idea of heaven, amen. I'm like, mate, wait till you discover LD. You're going to have a great time. No membership needed.
I like being married. Being married's fun. Me and my husband have a lot of fun together. I will say, I don't know if you can tell by the shape of my body, but I'm Irish Catholic. Is that registered? If you don't know what that means, if you ever walked past a white woman and you're like, no way I could push her over, you know, that's us. And that's sort of like a sturdy bunch. The stereotypes about Irish Catholic people are we drink and we fight. And I'm going to be honest, those are my big two. Okay, those are my two favorite things. And my husband hates the fight, hates it. And I will admit, sometimes I get a little overzealous. Like, my husband watches all of these classic rock documentaries. I don't know if there's any other white guys here tonight, huh? Any white guys? Woo, don't woo, not in this climate. Okay. Every single one of these classic rock documentaries, they're horrible to women. I don't know if you've ever seen any. Every single one, they're like, chick got pregnant, so we left her at a truck stop. Rock and roll, baby. And it makes me so angry. And recently, I walk in our bedroom. He's watching this classic rock documentary. Huge performance scene. Full band, one single woman on stage. And she was holding this little guitar. Okay, I know. This set me off. I was like, oh, the woman's gotta hold the little guitar. She got on the little guitar with the little woman arms. Huh? She can't hold a big guitar like a big, strong man. She got on a little guitar. I'll never forget. He goes, honey, that's a violin. I go, oh, you're gonna mansplain me violins now. Unbelievable.
Now, I know a lot of you are looking at me and you're like, that's the perfect male physique. I know. But never meet your heroes, because it turns out I actually have a bad back. I'm sorry to break your hearts. It's not perfect up here. I have a bad back, which is bullshit, by the way. Like, I'm getting older, but I'm not bad back old yet, you know? Like, I feel like the warranty on a back should be 35 years. I feel like I should be able to take my back back to the back store and go, excuse me, I have 1 year left on this bad girl. And then they'd look into my file and be like, yeah, sometimes it says that you like to get drunk and drop the back down the steps. And I'd be like, whoa, good. Once. Twice, three. Okay, I get it. Warranty's been voided. But when I moved from Los Angeles across the country to Philly, I needed to get a new back doctor. So I found one, and I was being onboarded into the system by the nurse, and she asked me how I hurt my back. So I answered, honestly, my parents live in Charleston, South Carolina, where barbecue's massive. So their neighbor needed help lifting his smoker into his truck. So when I bent down and lifted it up, my back went out. So I told her what happened. I said, I hurt my back lifting a smoker into a truck. And then she goes, oh, and did you know the smoker? I was like, it was their neighbor's smoker. And she goes, okay, the smoker was your neighbor. And then I also have one more question. I go, hold on. When I said I hurt my back lifting a smoker into a truck, did you think I meant I hurt my back lifting someone who smokes? Nobody talks like that. Why would I bring up his addiction? Blake, how'd you hurt your back? I was carrying an alcoholic up the steps, actually. Went out, yeah. Me and Peter, we're not okay. So, I've been trying to be more efficient in general. So I've been looking up these productivity blog things, and I researched something called a coffee nap, which is, if you don't know what a coffee nap is, it's a real thing where before you take a nap, you chug a cup of coffee really quick. And when you wake up 20 minutes later, the caffeine simultaneously hits your bloodstream and you're up and you're ready to go. Because that's how you want to wake up. You don't want to ease into your day. You want to go from nice dream world to... But if that's efficient, I can get over that part. What I can't get over is this part of the bargain, is who the can just fall asleep right away. I don't know about the rest of you, but before I go to sleep, I like to second guess every decision I've ever made. In my damn life. That's how I rest. Before I go to sleep, I'm like, oh God, does she love me as much as I love her? Did I lock the front door? Do we even have a front door? Oh God, I spent $500,000 on college. I'm a glorified clown. Okay. Oh God, is that what my laugh sounds like? My wife and I, we have a dog named Ollie, who is the best thing on earth. I love him. He's incredible. He's 40 pounds, part Australian cattle dog, part whippet, part beagle, whole adorable. It's insane how cute this dog is. I wish he was here. I love him so much. But whenever I take Ollie for a walk, whenever he sees another dog, he gets really afraid of other dogs on his walks, where he'll get down on his little belly and look over his cute little paws and start shaking. And it breaks my heart because I love him so much. And I've always thought, geez, why does Ollie get so afraid of other dogs on his walks? And then it occurred to me, I was like, oh, if other human beings treated me on my walks the way that other dogs treat my dog on his walks, yeah, I'd hate walks too. If I was walking down the sidewalk and then some man missing patches of hair on his head with a tooth going in a direction that doesn't exist charged me and was like, I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you! I'd be like, But if I kept walking down the sidewalk, I'd turn a corner, and then there's just a massive guy standing there, 4 times my size, going, I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! I'd be like, oh no! And if I turn another corner, and then there's a tiny guy standing there, 1/4 my size, with an attitude, just going, die! 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 That. Is that what walks are? Don't mind if I don't. No. My wife and I, for Christmas, we got professional photos taken of our dog, Ollie, because we're pieces of shit. That's who does it. It's white men named Blake and their wives. We get the photos back. He looks so cute, so adorable. He's got a big elf hat on, like a comically large bow tie. They put him in a candy cane forest. I'm like, this is the cutest thing I've... And then I look closer at the photo and I go, oh my God. And then I asked my wife to come in and I go, did you see this? And she looks and she almost vomited. She goes, oh my God. The photographer had took it upon themselves to edit my dog's penis out of the picture. An important note, we didn't ask them to do that. I think that's an important thing. We didn't choose that package. Right. Sorry. That will also have to be cut out. Why would they do that? Why would you edit? Why would they do that? I don't understand. See how frazzled I am right now? I'm just thinking about it. And what was I supposed to do? Go back to the studio and go, you put my dog's pee-pee back in this picture right now. Then I'm the weird one. Like, why do you care so much, you know? There's other guys with the same issue, you know, a bunch of people holding their messed up photos. Like there's a big guy there being, oh, I used to have a Great Dane. This is an okay Dane at best.
We wound up, we got a cat. We didn't get a cat, house came with a cat. We were just there, there's a cat. Yeah, was out. We weren't even sure the cat was real at first because it was up. Look at it. There was some real Pet Cemetery action. Covered, scrub brush, and just missing some ear. Had like David Bowie eyes, you know. What are you looking at? Everything? Nothing? What's going on with you? It always just appear from around structures at first. There's always one of these. It took us about 6 weeks before we admitted to each other that we saw a cat. I remember she said at first, like, you see a cat out there? I'm like, you see it too? All right, thank God. I was getting nervous. I thought we had hobgoblins. I don't know. I'm new to the Pacific Northwest. I don't know what's going out there. Everything's just fog and ferns. I don't know what's crambling around underneath there. So the cat seemed like it was like friendly. It wasn't like friendly, but it was like hanging around us enough. And so we're like, well, maybe it belongs to somebody, so we should find out before we start messing with it or feeding it. So we took some pictures of it, and we went door to door to see if it belonged to anybody. Also, probably a short-sighted idea on our part. It's, you know, pandemic, global, social distance. Hey, here's the new childless, out-of-state people going door to door like, is this your cat? People are like, get the f*** away from my family. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. The old guy next door answered the door, but the chain's still on the door. He was just like, "Oh, that cat? That's nobody's cat. No. That cat there, that cat belonged to the earth. Yeah. That cat come up from the soil when the sun go down, and just roams amongst the mist, just eating dreams, out nightmares. That's what that guy." Man, just say it's not your cat, old man, all right? I don't have time for folklore. I got other neighbors to harass. Now, we found out from another neighbor that cat had actually been like a neighborhood stray cat for about 16 years. That's how far back they can remember. This is a stray cat that for 16 years has just been living on the streets of this neighborhood, working off the goodwill of the place. So we're like, this is our cat. We are taking this cat in. So we got the cat to come inside. This is our cat. We named it. As much as you can name a cat, let alone one that's been doing its own thing for 16 years. It's mostly just for reference between us, you know. So at first we were calling it Helen. We thought it was blind and deaf. So we were calling it Helen. You know what? I didn't name it that. My girlfriend named it that. So you're not mad at me. You're mad at her. And yeah, I will throw it under the bus. Yeah. All's fair, babe. She's calling it Helen. I was calling it Dirt Nap. That's how I was calling the cat. On account that it sleep all the time and was filthy, but also it looked deceased more often than not. That cat looked like it had perished many times. Like, oh, cats sleep weird, but like draped over a curb under a car tire. Just with its eyes open, looking at nothing. I walked up to it with a shovel more than once. It was like, well, this is a sad day, and it would just run off. I'm like, oh, look at you. Look at you, you little crisis actor. You got an agenda, and I don't know what it is, and that's what I like about you. You're mysterious. Little cross-eyed ghoul. Yeah, Dirt Nap. Little dirty. Little D. We'll be calling her Little D for the rest of the story. Also be referring to her as she and a her. We thought it was a female cat. Turned out it was a neutered male, but we didn't find that out until later. So Jenny Nooch for gender neutral is the name for some of the time. And then for special occasions, we call her Miss America. And by special occasions, just when you could say something truthful that it's more funny when you could be like, man, Miss America on the couch again. And if you can time that out right for when like a new mom is walking by an open window, they're already against us, so maybe as well just feed them. What are they doing to that future beauty queen in there? We got this cat, and we brought it in. We're like, we're gonna give this thing the best sunset years we can give it. You know, we're gonna pamper it. First, we took it to the vet, make sure it's all dialed in. We took it to the vet. And right away, the vet was just like, oh, it's got a thyroid issue. It's thyroid. It's got bad thyroid. It's got to be on a special diet, very special. It's a prescription diet. There's prescription cat food out there. Why? Who's trying to get the cat food that's not, okay, man, hook me up. Hook me up with that Hill's prescription, man. Like 5 cats in a trench coat rolling in, like, hello, we're here to pick up for Mr. Meowser. Trying to make that cat meth, dog. Come on, man, come on. This is a prescription. You can only get it from me. It's $70 a bag. I'm like, all right, you know what, man? Whew, I know it was middle pandemic, and I was all about the doctors and the scientists, but the veterinarians, I just think some of them, they know they got that giant gray area of your lack of knowledge that they can abuse about the animal camp. Like if you go to a doctor and you're like, my ankle hurts, and they're like, could be an ear infection. You're like, well, you're bad at your job. But you go to a veterinarian with this animal that you love but can't communicate with, and you're like, oh, what's wrong with my best friend, my little guy here? They can just say anything like, it's the alternator. And you're just like, yeah, I get it. You know what? That makes sense because his eyes were dimming in the morning. His eyes were dimming. That's a 2003 Calico with a lot of miles. Those are city miles. I thought the timing belt was going to go first, but okay, yeah. That makes sense. What are we running on those, huh? 1,500. No, okay. That's with labor? All right, yeah. Hey, listen, real quick on the side. Say we do this in cash. You got like a similar model out back that like you can part out or... Ethical reasons. Sure, no, say no more. Say no more. No, nobody's Frankenstein here. Nobody's Frankenstein. So you just gotta believe him, you know? So I come home with a $70 bag of bullshit one day. I open the door, I can see out to the patio. Lil D's outside, she's playing with a bird. Bird's dead. She's just slapping it against the house. Playing's also a real generous term to describe. She is playing the same way like inmates play handball. It's not for fun, you know? That's just maintenance in case shit goes down. That's all. The only thing missing from Little D at that point was like a cigarette behind her good ear and a teardrop tattoo. Just bitching about not making parole. Like, they got me doing the full 12, man. Ooh, if I get out of here and see that judge, you're gonna see me right back in here. And I could tell it was a fresh kill because she was about 6 feet out and getting a good return on her. So I come in with this food, just shaking it like, Lil D, I'm gonna save your life. Look at this. And she looks up because she can hear. It's selective, but she can hear. And she looks up. She knows it's food. She looks at the food, and then she looks at me and just puts it together. She's like, oh, you're gonna want me to eat that? Watch this. And then she just ate the bird. Just, like at me, like maintained eye contact, but ate the bird. And I know cats eat birds, but I was not ready. Like, I assumed it was gonna be messy, but with strategy. That's what I thought. Like, it's a whole bird. I thought it was gonna be like brutal, but you know, with technique, getting to the soft part. Like the same way, like we've all had that night where we get just get a rotisserie chicken just for yourself. Those nights you get home, like, close the blinds, I'm going elbows deep on this bitch. Like those kind of nights. That's what I thought I would have seen. What I saw and was not prepared for was the full-on David Blaine street magic disappearing act that she did on this bird. Just gone. Entire thing disappeared. One Forrest Gump feather just floating down for effect. Still looking at me like, what did you, what? Where did it, is it in my pocket? Oh my God. Is it just gonna be alive over here? That is, what you did is something I gotta call this vet back. And I rang him up right then and there like, yeah, hey doc, I don't know if you got a plan B for this whole thyroid thing, but Lil D been out in these streets just consuming her own enemies for the better part of a decade and a half. So if you got some alternatives, I'm all ears right now. And that's when the vet on the phone, he's like, oh, chicken baby food's totally acceptable for a thyroid issue, too. You can feed her chicken baby food. Oh, chicken baby food. Oh, the that's 50 cents a jar? You could have led with that, you fucking quack. So that's my life now when I'm not on the road. I'm just buying racks of chicken baby food. I'm just buying full, just cases of chicken baby food. And every morning that I'm at home, I gotta wake up and I gotta heat up a little jar of chicken baby food. Because now that we're an indoor cat, we got particular about temperature. So I gotta heat up this little jar of chicken baby food. And I throw up through my nose a little bit, just And we feed this to our human babies. You women are savages. I do that, and then I go, and then I clean out the litter pan, because these are the things you have to do when you let vermin live in your house. I go, and to get through the litter pan part, I just squat over it and pretend that I'm just an optimistic prospector, and this is my lucky day, because it's the only way to get through sifting through that, is to sit there and be like, oh, I got a good feeling, that's a big one. That one's pure gold, me and Ma don't have to live on the front. That's a poop, okay, all right. Oh, look at this one coming downstream. Woo, boy, I'd take that to the bank. I'll buy the bank with that. That's just a piss fritter. All right, well, third time's a charm. I'll take silver at this point. Anything to get me out of the dusty old wet. That's a poop, too. I think this creek done run dry. That's just a fun thing to do for me, because you got to be creative with your chores.
But we got to knock it off. That's what I'm saying. And I'm glad there's a mixture of old people and young people coming to my shows now. I'm glad because it gives us a chance to knock this on the head. Old people and young people, we've got to knock this off. We got to stop fighting each other. This is crazy. We got to get along. We all share the same space. And being old is not so different to being young. I swear, it's not so different. You just itch a lot more, don't you? Isn't it just itchy? It's like being young, except you're really itchy all the time. You're like, oh my God, nobody tells you. By the way, cortisone is the wonder cream. Just get it. It's amazing. You're like, I'm itchy, I'm itchy, I'm itchy. Oh. I think I just gave away where I get itchy. Probably cut that out. Anyway, but the old people, you know, if you're old, you just itch a little more. And if you're young, that's a byproduct of being young. It's not your fault. It's not your fault if you're young. There's just a side effect to being young, which is you're stupid. I know you think you're not, but you are. You're so stupid, you don't even know you're stupid. But the thing is, you know, oh God, I'm so itchy. But here's the thing, if you're older now, think back, older people, if you're older now, that means you were young in the 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s. What? No, Craig. Yeah, 90s as well. No, Craig, Hoopastank. No, Hoopastank. No, Craig, Hootie and the Blowfish. No, Hootie and the No Fish. They're all dead. They all died. They were all found floating at the top of the pool. They're fine. That's stupid. Anyway, look, here's the thing, though. I have to say, my Gen Z and millennial brothers and sisters, as much as I love you, I got some news for you. If you're in your 30s, early 30s, mid-30s, late 20s maybe, you're in that wheelhouse and probably starting to have kids of your own now. And those little tykes you left tied to the furniture in the double wide to be here tonight. I know. I know where I am. It's specifically for the reasonably priced seats up there. But here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm saying, though. Here's what I'm saying, my Gen Z millennial brothers and sisters. If you're a young parent right now, you got little kids, those little tykes, they're not going to stay little tykes forever. They're not going to stay adorable little tots forever. They're going to grow up. That's the way it works. They're going to grow up. And the pendulum's going to swing the other way. And they're going to rebel against your attitudes. They are coming. And they will make Caligula's Rome look like Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. If I was a young parent right now, I'd start saving up for bail and rehab, because you're gonna need it. And to be honest, my millennial and Gen Z brothers and sisters, you kind of deserve it, you smug, self-righteous hats. Now wait. I know what you're thinking. Oh, come on, Craig, old comedian railing against young people. Well, I have to speak my truth, don't I? Speak your truth. What is your truth? Well, if you believe something to be true, that's your truth. So the truth is subjective, in a way, yes. I really wish I'd known that in a court case in Glasgow in 1987. Speak your truth. Do you know where I first heard that, actually, was from Harry and Meghan. Speak your truth. Don't get surly with me, they're your problem now. I like when one of them said, I can't remember which one it was, the one that complains the most. Oh. But one of them said, we have some news. I was like, what? They said, someone in the royal family is a racist. I was like, yeah. It's nothing to do with them being royal, they're a family. If you don't know who the racist is in your family, it's because it's you. It's part of family life. You ever been to a wedding? Grandpa would like to say a few words. No, he will not say a few words.
I recently achieved the dream of every middle-class person. I had a bit of work done on the house. Had a new kitchen put in. I stress, we're not wealthy, but we came into some money on the death of an elderly relative upon which I had bet heavily. Come on, Uncle Oscar, Daddy needs a kitchen island. So we got this work done, and I don't know if there are any men in the audience who are man enough to admit that when you meet a proper man, you go a bit funny, right? Like if you see, walking down the street, if you see a guy who's like wearing overalls, he's got paint all over them, and you see him and you go, there goes a proper man, and you go a bit limp, you know, oh, he's proper. All it really means, of course, is that he's not that good at painting. And what happens, and I don't want to do this happens despite my best endeavours, I open the door to them and I do a bit of a voice, right? I don't know what it is. These guys turn up, I'm like, all right, let's wait. Like, where is that coming from? What is that? I'm going, all right, a cup of tea, cheeky Stella, all right, lovely. I think on some level I'm trying to sort of leverage a friendship with them in order to create the possibility of the discount for cash. Don't know if anyone's ever pulled that off. All right, lads, cup of tea, discount for cash. What that is, I'll give you the cash, you knock the VAT off, everybody's laughing, apart from obviously the schools and the hospitals. Anyway, and they must know. They must know, right? When I turn up like this, they must go around the corner and go, he's rather patronising, isn't he? Yes, he is. He is condescending to us, talking down to us, isn't he? Yes, he's trying rather hard. That's what she said, careful. And we tried to do the whole job in a week, right? They wanted to get it done in a week. So at one point, they were all in the living room. Now, our living room is underneath our kitchen with this little squeezy house on a hill. And all 5 of them were downstairs in the living room having a chat, right? So there was a chippy, a sparky. You've got another lingo. There was whatever the a plumber is. Cheeky dolphin. I don't know. Splash Harry. And a bender? That's unlikely, I think. And a gaffer and a spaffer, which is my word for a plasterer. I've made that up myself, you're welcome. Spaff, spaff, spaff. It's harder than it looks. So all 5 of them were in there, and I went in to offer them a coffee, right? And I panicked because I didn't know how to address them together. And I walked in, and I went, all right, men. I don't know why I said that. I think I was going to go for lads, and then I bailed out halfway through the sentence. I said, men, as if I'm the brigadier at the back of the battlefield on a white horse. And I'm expecting you, obviously, to die tomorrow in your hundreds of thousands. But for now, can I offer you a coffee? So they all said yes. So 2 minutes later, I'm standing upstairs in the kitchen at the worktop in front of a coffee pod machine I already feel bloody guilty about. And I've got 5 pods on the worktop in front of me, thinking, am I really going to chuck 5 pods at these bastards, right? What if they want another coffee later on? They're here all week. This is going to bankrupt me, right? I'm going to have to kill another relative. They're not the usual pods, is my point. They're from a special collection called simply Regime. And so I've got the 5. I scoot them up. I've got 5 pods in one hand. I've got a jar of dirty instant coffee in the other hand. And I'm looking from one to the other, trying to make my mind up. When I look up, and one of the builders is standing on a ladder looking in through the kitchen window. There is no other thought I could possibly have been contemplating. I ended up having to do a sort of extended improvised act out to my wife, who was not in the building, saying to her out loud, oh, all right, darling, what have you done there? What are you doing getting this instant muck? Nothing but the best for my boys. Sorry, I'm sorry.
And now I don't do any of it. Now I don't do any of it anymore. I'm sober, married, monogamous. Took anger management classes, court-ordered, and so this is me now, and this is the only type of person my kids have ever known, because it's been a long time since I drank. And so it's tough, because when you have teenagers, you know that they get to a certain age, and they start to think that they're cool, and that you're not, which is a phenomenon, because you raised them. You've known them their whole lives, and you know they're not cool at all. And you know that you are, and yet you gotta listen to them like, oh, Dad, you're so out of it. Dad, you don't get it. Dad, you don't know how to download. It's like, hey, you don't know me, motherfucker. You don't know who I was. I used to be very cool. You know when I stopped being cool? When you two were born. Before that, very cool. Way cooler than you will ever be. You know why you won't be as cool as I was? Because you're not being raised by an abusive, alcoholic parent. That's why. And that can change. You're not cool. What are you, 14? When I was 14, I was high at dinner. Every night. Look at you. You're not even high. I was baked out of my mind, laughing. Look at you all clear-eyed, normal. I used to get in a fist fight every day after school. You wear a helmet to ride a bicycle.
I'll tell you the story. There's a gas station near my house, has a little handwritten sign. On one of the pumps it says, please, replace nozzle to pump before driving away with it. Thanks! And like years ago, I took a photograph of this and I posted it to Instagram, and me and a bunch of strangers made fun of all these human trash piles who were just driving away with the pump still in their goddamn car. And so when I drove away with the pump in my car about a year ago, I was bashful. Have you ever made fun of yourself from the past with a bunch of strangers? Because I have. And the thing is, I didn't even know I did it. I had no idea. Yeah, I hopped in the car, blasted my meditation app, and just took off, ripped it right out of the pump, had no idea, and then immediately pulled an illegal 4-lane U-turn. And all of the oncoming traffic was like, bah, 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 bah. And I was like, oh, you fucking church Nancy's. It's a U-turn. So I gave him all the middle finger, meanwhile spewing gasoline across the street. And then I made a right, and I got on like a big highway, started going very fast, And mind you, I just have a tail, like dragging behind me, like. And then this big white pickup truck pulls up next to me, and he's honking at me, and I was like, what? It's a U-turn! And he's like, roll your window down. And I was like, what? And he's like, you drove away with the pump in your car. And I was like, oh, you drove away with the pump in your... Oh, no! So I did. And then I was very, very, very embarrassed. And I'm on the highway. I didn't know what to do. So then I just like pulled over to the side of the road, and then he pulled over too. And then like I got out of my car, and then he got out of his car too. I was like deeply embarrassed. You know, it's essentially like my pants, and then he like followed me into the bathroom like, hey man, did you shit your pants? Hey, how much shit is in your pants? Hey, why do you think you shit your pants earlier? And I was just like, what do you want? And he's like, do you need help? And I realized, like, I had a choice to make here, you know? I could act the way men have acted for centuries. I could act like a wounded animal and lash out at this man to protect myself. Or I could be a better man. I could admit my vulnerabilities and say, yes, I screwed up and I do need help. And so that man said, hey, can I help you? And I said to him, no! And then he got mad and got in his car and drove away. And then I was left alone with my shame. And I like walked over to the back of my car. I pulled out the gas pump and I was like, oh, there's definitely still a lot of gas in here, you know? It's like I can't put it in my car because it fumes and stuff. I'm picking up my daughter. What would be very useful right now is a pickup truck, but I just told that guy to go f*** himself. So then I just left my car on the side of the road and then walked with it in my arms all the way back along the highway, down the exit ramp, back to the gas station, where both managers were waiting for me outside. And I just kind of laid it at their feet like a big dead snake. And I was like, well, what do we do now? Turns out it costs $350, which is honestly a lot less than I expected. I mean, you don't get to keep it, but also they're like designed to just pop right off. So the thing is like, just do it. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Also, if you turn it into a comedy bit, it kind of pays for itself.
I was walking around my neighborhood, walked past a Girl Scout selling cookies at a table with her mom next door. I walked close to the table, I saw the Girl Scout was signing autographs for people. So I was like, oh, you a movie star? Her mom's like, her picture's on the box. I looked down at the box. Her picture was on the box. I'd never seen this before. I freaked out. Then I got a little competitive. I was like, well, the only reason I ask is I'm actually a movie star. I don't know what movies you've seen at your young age, little Janie, but I bet you saw one called Pootie Tang. You remember the guy in the car? You're talking to him. What about The Wrestler? Did you see that one, little Jenny? Yeah. I got to go to the Venice Film Festival for the premiere, huh? I mean, they made me pay my own way, but when I got there, they let me watch a movie. Yeah, $3,300 flight. $700 for a tux, yeah. Anyway, give me a box of Samoas, make it out to Todd.
Am I the only one who thought the words to La Bamba were ba-da-da-da, La Bamba? Talk about being rocked to your very foundation. I was at a bar. I was watching a football game. Turns out the other half of the bar is karaoke. Somebody decides to sing La Bamba. We all make decisions in life. I glance up at the screen to do a lyric check, more for Soy Capitan than anything, but I notice where I expect to see ba-da-da-da, which is what I've been singing my entire life, I see a Spanish phrase, para bailar. I immediately say, people, they've got the wrong words up here. We all know it's ba-da-da-da. But I was mistaken. It is, in fact, para bailar, which means, Spanish speakers, to dance. Yes, in order to dance. That's what I discovered. You know what ba-da-da-da means? Same thing. Much easier to pronounce. I was so upset. I felt betrayed because I know I've sung that in the presence of Spanish speakers. Nobody ever corrected me. I'm out there putting it all on the line like ba-da-da-da-la-bamba, ba-da-da-da-la-bamba. They're like, ba-da-da-da, what the hell is this guy singing? I don't think that means anything in any language.
Anyway, what I'm saying is we have to stop thinking like robots. I've thought of a way of saving Earth from robot thinking. I used to have friends, I've still got them actually, friends, good friends, and I didn't agree with them at all. I don't even like them. They'll get guys that come around. My wife still says to me, why is this guy coming around for dinner? You hate this guy. I'm like, I know, but he's my friend. That's how it works. But now it's like, you have to think like a robot. Agree with me or you're wrong. You think the way I think or you're cancelled. So we have to stop thinking like robots and we all have to think more like my Auntie Betty, who lives right here in this city. All right, she doesn't. I believe she does. No, my Auntie Betty is a very emotionally well person. She's a very emotionally developed, a very emotionally intelligent human being. If she disagrees with something you say, if she thinks you're talking shit, she doesn't try and cancel you. Here's how you know you're talking shit around my Auntie Betty. You say whatever crap you say, and then if she thinks you're talking crap, she'll do this. She'll say, oh, is that right? Well, show us what I know. Then you know you're talking shit. Now, I'm very fond of my Auntie Betty. I'm very close with her still. She's not that much older than me. She's about 16 years older than me. And when I was born, my mum was very sick. She's my mum's youngest sister, so she looked after me when I was a baby. She looked after me when I was very young. It was the 1960s, and she was the first person, actually, that put the idea of a place called America in my head, because she loved American rock and roll, loved it. Her favorite was Little Richard. And I know, she used to sing Tutti Frutti to me as a lullaby. And I was like, Tutti Frutti, oh la Rutti. Go to sleep, you little bastard. Years later, when Little Richard was on my late night show, I was surprised he didn't have a Scottish accent. And he was surprised when I fell asleep during Tutti Frutti. That's stupid. That's stupid. You can't fall asleep during Tutti Frutti. Tutti Frutti, I'm awake. Anyway, about 18 months ago, I was talking to my Auntie Betty. I was in Scotland. I was talking to my Auntie Betty, and some offers were coming in to go on the road and start doing stand-up again around these great United States. She said, are you going out? Are you going out to do a stand-up tour? I said, you know what? I don't think I will, Auntie Betty. She was like, why, Craig? Why? It's always been your dream to appear in this city. She said, you love doing stand-up. Why wouldn't you go out? I said, to be honest, Auntie Betty, it's the young people. It's the young people. I feel like they're waiting on the balls of their feet, waiting for you to say something wrong, anything wrong, and then they're boom, and you're cancelled. That's it. It's over. You're done. And not only are you done now, anything you ever did is done. You're over. You never existed. They're terrible. And she said, oh, no, I don't see it that way at all with the young people. I said, what? She said, no, Craig, the young people today, I see it more like, do you remember that old David Bowie song in the 1970s when he sang, changes? And I was like, no, Auntie Betty, no, not changes. They're fascists, that's what they are. They're just after, they're little kind of, they're pitchforks and they're terrifying, they're nasty little Nazis. And then it went quiet and then she said it. Oh, is that right? Shows what I know. That's when I knew I was talking shit. So I had to rethink my whole worldview about the young people. I had to alter my entire Weltanschauung. You're welcome, one German academic. Finally, a joke for me. Oh, that's cool. I was hoping to maybe would be at least one German joke, and here we are. It's like, oh, it's stupid, stop it. German people don't walk like that. At the moment. Although I get a sense some people are stretching and getting ready, though. The word Weltanschauung it's a German word. It means worldview. And I had to change my entire worldview about the young people. So I did. And here's what I think about the young people now. Here's the truth of it. You're right. It's your turn. It's not my turn. You're the youth. I'm old. I had my shot at it. If you guys want to take over and change the way the world works, how society works, how gender works, how music works, how politics works, how everything works, if you want to change it all, do it. You're right. It's your turn. I love you. I love you, my Gen Z and millennial brothers and sisters, and I support you. However, if I accidentally cross over a line that you guys drew 20 minutes ago, and it will be accidental because I'm listening, I wouldn't be just going, oh, sorry, didn't hear you, ah. If I accidentally cross over that line, or more likely I crossed over that line 20 years ago before you were born, then at that point, I also have to say, with all the love in the world, go f*** yourself. There. That, to me, seems fair.
I'll tell you a bit about myself to get us acquainted. I think of myself as a self-made man. That's my thing, right? By that I mean I left home at 18 with nothing but the shirt on my back and every conceivable privilege. Still got them. White, male, middle class, and if they invent any more, I dare say I shall have them too. I'm very lucky. I own a house. You can't... Thank you. Yeah, it's hard saying that to people in their 20s. You can watch their dreams die in real time. It's not fair. I say I own a house. My wife owns a house. I own a wife. So that's good. Lived in London, the sprawling metropolis that is London, for the last 15 years. And then 5 years ago, I moved to the hipster capital of Britain, Bristol, as the result of losing an argument about starting a family. I left the city I love to be with the woman I like. And she hates that joke, and she's absolutely right to. We now live in Bristol, up a hill, in a creative community full of wankers. It's not a gated community. It is quite a steep hill. And everyone, if you like that, you're going to enjoy the rest of the show. This is going to be fun. Let's relax. Everyone, when I say it's creative, it's like everyone on our street has an arty job, right? So we've got comedian, we've got a DJ, a videographer, a dancer, a musician, and one architect to give the rest of us a sense of perspective. Like, sure you're artistic, but if you tried. And I've got to tell you, the area is gentrifying really nicely in a way that I am absolutely responsible for. When I first moved there, brunch on a Sunday was £8. Now it's £13.50. You're welcome. That's me. I did that. And if anything, it's too comfortable. It's a really comfortable place to live. So I'll give you an example. We take the children, local kids, We take them on, my own children. I've said local kids there as if we're some sort of Pied Piper couple. And we're like, come children, let's go on a walk. No, not at all. We have two fabulous children, lovely, lovely little boy, and the girl one's good too. And we, I've known him longer. We go on walks and we go to the forest, right? The forest is technically a cemetery, but there's no point getting into that at this stage. And what we've noticed is such is the nature of our groovy, creative community that someone from the community has been sneaking into the forest and nailing lots of little 4-inch high doors to the bases of the tree trunks. Have you seen anything like this? Little fairy doors, right? You've seen them. So it's all twee and it's all sweet and the children come along and have an important cultural experience and go, oh, this must be where the fairies live. Not my son. My son's like, well, they're out, but there we are. And that's why they do it. But the problem is, we're such a bunch of wankers that all of the couples have gone home and go, have you seen it? Have you seen the forest? I can't whittle. I can't carve. How will we contribute? And so what they've done is everyone's gone back and added little embellishments. They've put little accoutrement in the... That's a fun word, isn't it? Accoutrement. They've put like a little rocking chair in the front garden. Someone's cut up a doormat into inch squares and put little fairy doormats for the fairies to wipe their little booties on. Someone's got a lolly stick and 2 bits of string and made a little swing on a nearby branch. It's twee as hell, and it's my duty to disrupt it. So what I've done is I went to a doll's house furniture shop and bought a load of white goods, like fridge freezers, microwave ovens, and I just left them outside in the fairies' front gardens to rust. Get a Scalextric car, set fire to it, leave it smoking on its edge outside. Bring the area into disrepute, some miniature police tape here, some tiny crack pipes there. And what I did last night, I snuck in, I put a tiny white tent in one of the front gardens. Yeah, so it looks like there's been a murder. Take my son through it earlier today. Yeah, I think the cat got him. Ooh, nasty. It's not true, of course. I haven't done that. What I've done is I've decided to take it far too far in the opposite direction. So what I've done is I got on Etsy.com and I bought a job lot of about 200 of these fairy doors. And night after night, I've been sneaking in, adding more and more fairy doors, right? More doors, everywhere you can, every inch plastered with doors, up trees, up branches, doors, 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 until the area is completely oversubscribed, right? Doors everywhere. And so many doors, eventually the fairies, they're going to need somewhere to get their coffee, aren't they? So a little artisanal coffee shop there, maybe a vegan upholsterer's over here. Doors, 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 doors. And then at the very end, what I'm going to do tomorrow is sneak in with an armful of tiny little estate agent signs, start sticking them everywhere, as all of the local fairies are priced out of the area by these fluttering iridescent wankers from London. That's the plan. That's the plan.
One day I learned a valuable lesson. Just shut up. It's good advice. If I ever meet newlyweds or engaged couples, I always tell the dude, bro, just shut up. You don't know how good this advice is, but it's advice I wish I'd gotten a long time before I had to figure it out on my own. I got terrible advice from my married friends at my reception. And I blame the open bar for that, looking back. I was engaged for a year and a half. They never said a word. Then there was free Kettle One for 4 hours. Now I got 27 Dr. Phils popping up every 5 seconds. And my one buddy, I knew it was going to happen. I told her a week out. I said, listen, he's probably going to get pretty drunk at our reception, and my only ask of you is if you see him talking to me or even walking my way, you pull me aside or I'll be stuck with him all night. She's like, don't worry about it. So sure enough, he's wasted, okay? We all knew he's wasted. He's breakdancing by himself on the middle of the dance floor to the soundtrack from Aladdin during appetizers. We all knew. So he goes into his backspin on Friend Like Me, finishes. We lock eyes. He gets up. He starts stumbling my way. I try to find her. She's leaving the room. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And I've known this dude since we were 3 years old. I've never seen him this drunk. I was like, hey man, you having a good time? Are you serious? This is the best wedding I've ever been to. And let me tell you something. I was laying over there and I was like, I've been married for a minute, what kind of best friend would I be if I didn't give my boy advice about marriage on his wedding night? So listen, if I was just gonna give you just one really good piece. Sorry, sometimes I can feel her walking up behind me. It's just... Just pick your battles. That's what every one of my married friends told me. They said, pick your battles. They said it like it was a secret. Top level intel. I was finally allowed to hear it. Pulled me aside. They're like, dude, it's so easy. Just pick your battles. It's terrible advice. What does it mean on paper? It means if I only argue my side every once in a while, I get to win that time. No, you don't. You never get to win. There'll be times you think you've won. She might even say, fine, you win. You have no idea how bad you've lost at this point. I don't like the word battles. I don't think that's accurate. Very dramatic. 90% of the things you argue about when you first get married are so dumb. She came up to me one time, come here, you got a peeper. What? You have a peeper. What's a peeper? Josh, the white stuff in your eye when you wake up in the morning. Peeper. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. She's like, why? What do you call it? I was like, sleep? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does. That's what it's called. So it's at like one side, but it's both, Jennifer. You have a piece of sleep in your eye, or you have some sleep in your eyes. It's the same word, singular and plural, like deer or fish, right? So we're going back and forth, knowing neither one of us is using the medical term for whatever that stuff is when you wake up in the morning. But my idiot friends are in the back of my head going, dude, you're about to decide what that's called in this house for the rest of your life. You might want to see this one through to the end. So I was like, all right, battle pick, let's dance. This is it. This is the one. I picked this one. I would like to select this battle to be mine. You could have the next 10, 15. I don't know. I was not given a number. I would like to choose this battle. She had no idea what I was talking about. It should have been over right then and there, according to legend. Nope. 2 hours later, I say sleep. She says peepers. I'm like, I'm sick of arguing about this. Let's just call somebody else. We get her friend Heather on the phone. Well, I say crusties. Crusties? You kidding me? It's for your nose. You got a crusty, or there's a bat in the cave. We're not even talking about this. So we call my friend Dave. I say eye boogers. I'm a grown man. I'm not going to call him eye boogers. Why didn't I just shut up? If I just shut up, I'd be sitting on the couch all by myself playing Call of Duty in a much better mood. What's that, peeper? Oh, I must have missed that this week. Whatever. But you know what we call it? Peepers. You're right. We call it peepers. So what was any of it for? I have no idea.
Good year for doctors to be on TV. Sanjay Gupta, oh my God, they put that guy to work. Especially early on in the pandemic, he'd be on CNN like, hi everyone, I'm Sanjay Gupta, I'm a neurosurgeon. And today I'm going to teach you how to sanitize a Nutri-Grain bar. I repeat, I'm a neurosurgeon. I do brain surgery. I could be doing brain surgery right now. In fact, someone isn't getting brain surgery. Because I'm standing here with a tub of Clorox wipes, about to teach you how to do something you don't actually need to do. But more on that in 8 months. Had to learn how to cook during the pandemic, went on TikTok for recipes. Every recipe on TikTok is speed-oriented. Like, do you want to make a 25-second breakfast? Start the clock. I started to embrace the idea of cooking, but then there's always that ingredient deal breaker. I'd be watching the chef on the screen, and I'm like, oh, come on, man. You think I have rice vinegar? You know I don't have rice vinegar. Look at me, you know I don't have it. 3 people in the world have rice vinegar. You and your 2 roommates. Realized how lazy I was about cooking. I'd read the directions on a microwave burrito. I'd be like, heat on high for 1 minute, then flip over. I didn't go to Le Cordon Bleu Culinary Academy. I'm gonna see if I can slam this out in one step. No basting. Glad we're eating out again. I've had some great exchanges with waiters and waitresses over the years. There's an actual exchange I had with a waiter at an Italian restaurant in New York City not too long ago. Hi, is it possible to get a decaf espresso? You're the worst. Okay. I don't mean to be all lawyerly, but that was a yes or no question. But if you want to go with you're the worst, that works fine. Anyway, give me a decaf espresso with a big spoon of ketchup in it. Now I'm really bad. I was in a diner in Oklahoma. I ordered a salad, and she goes, what kind of dressing? I said, Italian. She leaned in and whispered something to me, but I didn't understand her. I go, what's that? She goes like, it's not good. What's not good? The Italian dressing. It's not good. It's not good. What's not good about it? It's not that tangy. Maybe you and I have different standards for tangy. Which dressing should I get? I'd go with Thousand Island. I don't like Thousand Island. I'll have the Italian. Are you sure it's not good? What part of it's not good don't you understand? We'll end that one right there.
Yeah. I'm afraid of flying, which is good because I have to do it twice a week. I love that. I'm afraid of a whole bunch of stuff. But we got a big one, unconfident captain. You guys come across this guy yet? No? Guess not. Because every captain's like, all right, folks, I'm going to go up and take this plane, and then I'm going to bring you home, and it's going to be all good, you know? I had a captain last week that was like, hi, hey, everybody, we're going to try to get you to Minneapolis. I was like, try? You're not sure about this? He said, we're going to try to make up. We took off late. He goes, we're going to try to make up for lost time. I was like, what are you going to call your daughter? And couple people, too dark for you, sir. I forgot this show brought out New York's very minute Mormon community. They've all come out, and any kind of familial damage is not accepted or funny. This couple right here, they're grabbing their Book of Mormons, clenching them. When will Joseph Smith come down and smite this man? It's okay. I'm sober. That's something I am. I'm sober. But I'm such a nervous flyer. I get to take Klonopin when I fly, which is good. It helps. But I have started commuting via airplane. Like if I need to go to New Jersey, I drive to JFK. I fly to Boston, back to Newark. That's 2 Klonopin I get to take. No, I'm kidding. I don't do anything. I don't do any drugs. I think drugs are bad now. I do. I don't like drugs. I think they're bad. Here's why I think drugs are bad. They make you feel great. And you shouldn't feel great. You should feel great sometimes, like a special occasion, but not like all the time. That's dumb. Do you know how many times people felt great like a couple generations ago? Like one time. They'd hide in a barrel on a steamship, and then they'd pop their head up and see the Statue of Liberty, and they'd be like, I feel great. And that was the only time. They went and worked in a mill until they died. And as they were dying, they said, but remember the one time we felt great. That was good. And now you can, on a Thursday morning, smoke a joint in Jets pajama pants and go and buy off-brand cereal and feel just as good as that man when he popped his head out of that barrel and saw Lady Liberty. All right, I'm realizing that you guys really are part of New York's burgeoning young life scene. I'm getting this talk of all this heresy has really driven the laughs out. If you guys, after the show, want to come and lay hands on me, I understand. I've wronged some of you. I feel bad about that.
You know who doesn't seem as silly to me as they used to? Doomsday preppers. Remember how ridiculous those guys used to seem? Like, hey, look at that weirdo with the beard and the bomb shelter. Now I'm like, wait, so how far below ground does that need to be? What is the proper jar size for urine storage? It's fine, man. I won't be here. I don't care. I'm 45, which means I'm not elderly, but I am decaying. I've crested physically. Like, it's not getting better. There's literally nothing positive in my future from a physical standpoint. It's not like, man, just you wait till I turn 50. I'm going to be ripped. Nope. For the rest of my life, it's this body or more disgusting. That's what it is. It's all going one direction, just talking about pace. You know when you pull a tomato out of your fridge? You know, because like 2 weeks ago you were feeling optimistic at the grocery store. I don't know if that resonates with people. Every 6 months or so, I'll be at the grocery store packing up my usual cartload of garbage, my Diet Mountain Dew and my flavor-blasted goldfish crackers. And this weird wave of health optimism will sweep over me, like, what if I start making salad at home? I'm gonna change my life. Today's the day where I transform into a salad guy. I start throwing produce in my cart willy-nilly. I never feel so proud as when I'm pushing a cart full of vegetables up to the register. You're right, supermarket lady. That is a lot of salad I'll be having later. You losers in line are going to be waiting for a while because she's got to weigh all this. No scanning for this kid. You got to punch in some codes for me, lady. What is the code for artichokes? I don't know. Look it up in your little spinny wheel. That little paper towel holder with the numbers on it. Look it up. Then I go home and I take my $73 worth of produce and drop it in the bottom drawer of the fridge and forget about it. Cut to 15 days later. It's around midnight, and I've had one of those days. You know, those days where you end it by just staring into the fridge looking for answers. You're not even hungry. It's just like, okay, fridge, give me something. Give me something. Let's turn this one around, fridge. You can do it for me. What if I get really close and shut the door behind me? Does that feel like a hug? Is that kind of like a hug from the fridge? It's so cold. Just like mommy. I spent a lot of nights staring into the fridge, man. Like, all right, nothing on this shelf. Nothing on this shelf. Nothing down here. What the hell is this? Oh my God, that's salad! I totally forgot about salad. Remember salad? That was that day I was gonna change my life. Oh my God, I was so high that day. But sometimes you will pull a tomato out and it's like smaller than when you bought it. Like it's not rotten, but it's been in there for a while, so it's like a little shriveled. When you poke it, it leaves a dent. And you have to ask yourself, can I eat this without it making me sick? Ladies, that is the exact stage that this body is in. Oh, you can eat me, but it must be today. You have to eat me today. I don't think she's into it. What about you, Chrome Dome? You want to get weird tonight? You and me? A little sexy? Make this a Valentine's to remember? I'm trying to stave off the inevitable. I do go to the gymnasium. I don't like it. I'm not one of those weirdos who enjoys physical fitness. I used to go to a personal trainer, and I had to stop because the guy was just too excited about life. Just bummed me out. He's always telling me to bring it. Like, I'd be on the bench trying to push up the bar, he'd be standing above me. Come on, man, bring it, bring it. dude, I don't even think I have it. So let me look around and I'll just bring whatever I find. How about you bring it and I borrow it for like an hour? And 10 minutes later, he told me to get some. Like, come on, man, get some. Okay, why did I need to bring it if there was some here? That makes zero sense. Wordplay. I'm making changes. I am making changes. I'm trying to quit. Just quit overall. That's my plan for the future. Quitters get a bad rap. There's a lot of anti-quitter bias in this country. From an early age, they tell you, hey, stick with it. Don't be a quitter. The world needs quitters, people. Without quitters, a stampede would never end. Think about it. A herd of buffalo thundering across the plain, just running. They don't know why they're running. They're just running because everybody else is running. They'd run until they dropped dead, if not for that one heroic quitter who looked around and said, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna go chill by the creek. I aim to be that buffalo. I should quit things, man. I stick with things too long.
Not a farm guy. I'm a suburb guy. I'm a suburb guy. And, you know, I think a lot of people say the suburbs is like a soft life. Like it's easy. It's not. It's tough. There's a lot of tough stuff. I had a problem at the Red Lobster the other day. It was serious. I mean, here's what happened. My waitress thought that I was poor. I'm not, okay? I'm not rich. I'm not gonna stand up here and brag to you guys about how much money I make, but let's just say I can walk into a Red Lobster and get whatever, okay? Like, I'm making that kind of cash. Like, I'm pulling that down. I'm not saying every day, but I'm saying 2-3 times a month I can walk in there, and I'm not looking at the prices, okay? And not just during Lobster Fest. I'm saying on a regular Tuesday, I'm doing fine. And I was wearing like my third best shirt. This is 6. I didn't look poor. Here's what happened. I go, I'll take the trout, and I want some asparagus. She goes, oh, sir, asparagus is a premium side. I was like, what does that mean? It's real good? She goes, no, it's extra. I was like, how much? She goes, $1.29. I was like, I can swing it. I mean, I'm gonna have to call my guy. You know, we're gonna have to move some stuff around. You know, probably put off retirement for a couple years, but I want the asparagus. Matter of fact, I want 3 asparaguses, or three asparagus. What I'm trying to say is I can spare a guy, okay? I got plenty of guys. I'm gonna keep the girls, but you know. I don't like it when they tell you how many sides you can have at the restaurant. I went to this place, I go, I'll take the salmon, I want a baked potato, and I want a sir, you only get 1 side. I get however many sides I say I get. I'm a grown man, all right? I decide the sides. I'm the side decider. I'll make it rain sides up in here. I want all the sides. I want them all twice, okay? I want a baked potato twice. And I'm not talking about a twice baked potato. I want 2 baked potatoes side by side. I want a roast beef sandwich. Sir, that's not a side. Well, then you put it on the side. I call the shots. Yeah. I want rice pilaf. And between me and you guys, I have no idea what rice pilaf is. I went to 5 different restaurants and I ordered rice pilaf, and it was completely different at every restaurant. These pilaf farmers need to standardize their product. I'll tell you that right now. Like, I Googled it, very loose definition. From what I can tell, rice pilaf is rice with anything else you want to put in it. Anything. You know, sometimes you drop your phone in the toilet and you got to put it in rice to dry it out. Technically, that's rice pilaf, okay? That's a Palafian dish. I was in Iowa and I was doing a show, and there was a bunch of farmers in the crowd, and I don't know anything about farming. So I asked this guy, I go, what do you farm? He goes, beans? And I said, like green beans? And they all started laughing at me like I was the dumbest person they'd ever met. He thinks we go green beans in Iowa. Oh, that's a good one there, green bean. Green beans in in Iowa, don't that beat all? This fella is a comedian, I'll tell you. It was soybeans. All right, it was soybeans. I didn't know. By the way, green beans, that's not that ridiculous of an answer. That's a real food. I've eaten them before. I didn't say jelly beans, okay? I said a legitimate vegetable. I don't know what the plants look like. I mean, I know corn. Like, I know corn. Like, I could pick corn out of a lineup, but past that, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I get confused. I'm like, is that a potato tree? I can't tell. I'm not sure. Like, you should be nice to people when they don't know something. That's how I was brought up. You know, I live in the suburbs of St. Louis. I hope one of those farm guys comes to the suburbs sometime. Maybe I won't be so nice to him. I'll take him and do like some, suburb stuff or whatever. I'll take him to the Texas Roadhouse. He won't know what to do there. Where's the bowl for the peanut shells? You throw them on the floor, dummy. Ah, ha, ha. You don't know what to do in the suburbs, you stupid bean picker. I'll take him to Starbucks. I'll take a large coffee. It's called venti here. Venti, dirt digger. Don't be ordering beans either. They got beans here, but they're coffee beans. Arabica, Robusta, no soy. Then the barista will be like, well, technically, we have soybeans in soy lattes. And I'll be like, you shut your mouth, hippie. All right, you don't take sides against your own kind. We're on the same team. So I told that story later, and this lady came up to me after the show. She goes, hey, I'm a farmer. She goes, don't feel bad about the beans. She goes, I met this guy the other day. He didn't know the difference between field corn and sweet corn. Ha 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 ha. What a dummy. You know how earlier when I said I know corn, I don't. They're like, there's two different kinds. I'm like, yeah, on the cob and not on the cob. They're like, no, it's field and sweet. I'm like, oh, sweet. You're talking about kettle corn. I've had it. Yeah. So if you don't know the difference between field corn and sweet corn, field corn, that's what they grind up and they feed to the animals. And sweet corn, that's what we eat. And once they explain it, it's very easy to remember because field corn is grown in a field, whereas sweet corn is grown in a field. So you can see these farmers make it real easy to understand their stuff. When I was in Iowa, I went to the restaurant and on the front page of the menu it said, we make our own ketchups. They were bragging about their homemade ketchup. Honestly, I'm not sure that I knew ketchup was made. I think I thought that was an element. I thought that was K on the periodic table. It turns out that's potassium, which makes no sense at all. There's not even a K in that word. What, now you're gonna tell me RN is not for ranch dressing? Why don't you take a science class? I tried one of their homemade ketchups. It was not good. Now, granted, I think it was field ketchup, but